Hi, I am Michael Korosh and welcome to Design Santa Barbara. We are today in Santa Barbara Design Center and we are going to be looking at our favorite moments with my friend Maraya Droney. Please join us.
The room is fairly small, but it's a cottage. This is a cottage home and it'll have a cozy feel.
Well, it looks already somewhat all right.
Right. And this is one of the pieces that my client brought back from India along the Malabar coast, which is the southwest coast
of India.
India, yes. And it's called the Damachia, and it was used for the dowry for the young brides.
Absolutely fine. It looks beautiful.
And it is a real antique.
And it's one of those we're going to use.
Right, we'll keep that one.
Keep around,
yeah.
work around. Mm-hmm. And about the chairs, what are the deal with them?
The chairs are Biedermeier chairs, and they're distressed and hand planed with beautiful dark brown velvet on there.
Okay, it's one of the other items we keep.
Yes, right.
And that's the art you're talking
And
about?
the color of the artwork is just a great color for more of a spicy feel with the copper, a lot of the copper and the terracotta.
Terracotta and copper, all right. And what are you imagining to do?
Well, let's start with, I just wanted to let you know about the floor a little bit.
What is it?
The floor is actually eucalyptus from a sheep's barn in New Zealand, and
Oh,
it was
wow.
shipped all the way over here. And it just has a oil finish, so there's no varnish or anything on that. It's a very old floor, and so that's why it's kind of distressed. And we kept all of that. We kept all of the holes from before.
It looks very beautiful and original.
Well, it is.
Very good.
Yes, they used to shear sheep on it. The other challenge for this house is that the windows are too low. And so we did some painting up here to kind of heighten and bring up the windows a little more, because the ceiling is a lot taller than the windows. So when we were talking about challenges before, that was my main challenge.
Oh, wow. I didn't even notice it. Now you say I noticed this.
Yeah,
thing. That's
right.
very, very, very clever. So what are your thoughts about the furnishings, the carpets, the upholstery, and the accessories?
Well, the room is pretty small, like I said, and so we want to keep it cozy. Also, the exterior of the house, the garden is so beautiful, and the front doors over there. I would like you to be able to see all the way through this into the yard, because I think the yard is a huge part of this house, how it comes inside. So I want to keep this really light in here. And
More neutrals?
well, maybe. I'd like to keep some of the more spicy colors in there, the terracottas and copper, and also I love to bring in a deep purple, maybe.
Oh, wow, that
But
should be interesting.
Just exotic colors.
Okay.
But we have to keep the room really light.
So
I-
maybe we
Yes.
should start with the carpet.
Yeah, so I was going to say, I found a carpet at your place, and it is a kind of a golden color, and it has a little bit of the terracotta in there, and it's very light.
All
And then just do the accents in the really rich, deep colors.
Okay, well, that sounds good to me. Gentlemen, can we get the rug, please? All right, maybe close to the fireplace. Yeah, that's good.
Great, that looks like a perfect color for this place.
So maybe you should look which side you like better.
The rugs are hand woven, and they all have a nap, and usually there's one side that's a lot lighter than the other side, and I'm seeing that this side looks like it's a lot lighter looking at it from this way. So I'm going to go over here, and I see that it's much darker over here. So I like that when you come in the room, you see the darker side. It's going to have a little more impact. I found this rug at your store, and I just wanted to know a little bit more about it. It's a hand woven rug.
It is hand woven. It is all hand knotted actually, and it is all made of hand spun wool and natural dyes. Thing with it is the dyeing art. Unfortunately, the labor is very, very high intensive on this, and doesn't make financially sense to make these nowadays anymore. But I'm a rugaholic. I love to make him. It's a real deal, and it's made exactly like one would have been made 100 years ago. So what would you like to come next?
I think I'd like to bring the sofas in. I've found some white sofas, and some white chenille sofas, and we'll try those out.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna look good.
Okay.
Can we get the 2 sofas, please? Wow, these are some of my favorite sofas. And this one has a great depth.
I love sofas that are really deep. I love because you can actually put your feet on them. And actually these, I like the Scotch Guard sofas, so I'm not too worried about getting them dirty. They clean easily.
Why did you choose the style?
I love the style because it's not an old-fashioned style, and yet it's not modern either. It's sort of a transitional style, a very clean style.
I like it a lot and looks good in your room.
Okay, so you're ready to go get some color?
Let's go.
Okay.
Can we get the coffee table? That's a beautiful coffee table you chose.
Well, I chose it from your place.
Oh, well, thank you.
So this coffee table looks like it's hand planed. You can tell by if you run your hand over it, you can feel the undulation from the hand planers. I also see that it has some inlay in there with a different wood. But this comes from your store. You must know a little more about
Well,
it.
actually, we're very correct. So this table is made out of old wood. We try to reclaim and recycle as much as we can. So we make the table out of old mahogany with inlays of old walnut. Yeah. And that actually gives a character to it. Not only helps the nature, but also makes something that looks old without being old. It's a transitional, as you said. And I love this table, personally.
All right, well, Michael, let's go bring in some color.
Let's go. All right, where would you like this table?
I would like to put it over here. I like the light color on that. And then, yeah, that one goes on the other side. Okay, so Michael, I'd like to bring in a couple of more seating. So the owner has some family, and so we're going to be bringing in some very small seating that can be moved around.
Oh, that's why you got the ottomans.
Really small. Yep, that's
Very
it.
usable.
You might move it back just a little bit. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's bring in some accessories.
Let's bring some accessories.
Okay. You know, I like the elephant over there with the scarf underneath it, the scarf that has all the beautiful colors on it.
All right.
Okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. I don't like it laid perfectly straight. I like it a little bit like it's been thrown on.
Wow, I love the way the room came together.
I love the colors. I love the depth of the colors.
Is that the spice colors you said?
It is, and I love that the room is basically a real light color to bring in more of the natural light.
Stay tuned. There is more Design Santa Barbara after the break. Today on Michael's Minute, I want to talk to you about transitional rugs. Although still majority of rugs we sell, they are traditional and classical rugs, but nowadays more and more designers and the projects they have requires transitional and modern carpet. On this side, we have a very beautifully handmade rug that has classical designs from Ziegler and Company, Sultanabad. On this side, we have an Uşak design. Uşak is a town in Turkey that originally made classical Turkish designs from 1,000 years to today. They're still making them. This particular one has a classical design but has all the colors of today's interior. So it's beige with a little bit of eggplant color and gray in it. To see thousands of transitional, modern and classical rugs, come to Santa Barbara Design Center, 410 Olive. Welcome back to Design Santa Barbara. This week, we are taking a look at some of our favorite moments with noted interior designer Maraya Droney. Now let's take a look at another fabulous design. Hello, Maraya.
Hi, Michael. It's so nice to see you.
Nice to see you. What a beautiful place.
Thanks. This is a little beach cottage for a family with children.
Oh, it is? You said it's bulletproof, huh?
It's pretty bulletproof. Everything we did in here was so that the kids could run in and out and not mess up the floors and not hurt the furniture. And...
I want to see it.
Okay.
Let's go check it out.
All right.
Hello, Auriel. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Good to
Nice
see
to
you.
see you.
Nice to see you. You guys have done a fabulous job in this house.
Thank
Really
you.
nice.
Thank you.
Maybe you can explain to viewers what you did a little bit?
Well, we designed everything that you see, redid the fireplace and the bookshelves, which I'm sure Mariah has something to say about. New seating, the sectional and a comfy lounge chair. The sectional is done in an indoor-outdoor fabric to put up for the
it's like-
put up with the kids. It's also slip covered, so it can be cleaned easily.
Very cool. And I can see you have an indoor-outdoor rug as well, because
Yeah.
just proximity to the beach.
So we don't have to worry about the sand getting tracked in.
That's great and very clever. The chair looks very nice. That came out very good.
It is. It's comfortable and pretty.
And functional too. It just adds another seating to it. And we had a coffee table coming in for this place and some accessories extra, right?
We need some.
All right. Maybe we can have the guys to bring the coffee table. It has a reclaimed wood coffee table. It's beautiful. I love the curves in it. Usually you don't get the curves with the reclaimed wood. It's always a straight. Legs are beautiful on that.
We were trying to make it beachy, like beech wood.
That's quite, could be outside even.
Right.
Yeah, it's
Right.
very nice. And then we had some pillows, right?
Uh-huh. I do.
These are beautiful.
These are all custom-made pillows, and they're, of course, made to go near with the same colors as the beach, with the ocean. Especially today, you can see the ocean has the same light blue, light green tone to it.
And beautiful. All right. You chose also some accessories, correct?
We did, and they're made from shells, and they also have the same sand beach colors.
All right. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at this.
Thank you.
Ties in all the colors, so pretty. Look at that.
Really nice and soft. Oh yeah, we forgot the star.
Oh, the starfish. Nice. That looks very nice.
It's perfect beachy, goes right with the sand, which is right out the door.
Looks beautiful.
Thanks.
Very good. All right, so Maraya, can you explain to us what you did here? I saw the pictures of before, so tell us what you did after.
The whole house was pretty ugly, but we made it to look more like a beach cottage. The house was actually built in the 1960s, and I don't think it really had been remodeled since, so it really looked 1960, which we wanted to keep some of the 1960s with us, but we also wanted it to go with the beach. So what we did here was we built in shelves so that the clients could have their family pictures in here. This is just a weekend home, and they pick up their shells and walk on the beach, and put the pictures of, mostly surfing pictures of their kids.
That's cute.
And the tile back here,
I like that. Is that a glass, right?
yes, most of the tile in this house, as you'll see as we go through, it's all looks like beach glass. And so we tried to make it look really beachy with the beach glass so that they'd really get a sense of they're at the beach.
I like the
Of the little
fireplace
lanterns.
screen, actually.
Oh, the screen.
Stainless steel. Because I saw the picture before.
Right.
And that was really one ugly fireplace. That's beautiful.
It was really ugly. The fireplace was built here and we couldn't really move it up or down, so we had to keep it this level. So we put a piece of limestone here and you had to raise it up a little higher than normal because I wanted it right at the same level as where the fireplace started. Then the contractor and I have a really good friend who is a metal artist, and so I designed this and he made this for me in Arizona and brought it here and installed it.
It looks marvelous.
It's
What a
totally
big
stainless
difference.
steel, right?
What a big difference. And I like the lanterns, as you mentioned. Also looks like hurricanes that you have outside. You turn the lights on. Beautiful.
And then it was Auriel's idea to put in wallpaper behind the shelves, which I love.
That looks very, very cool and finished.
Thanks. And all the wallpaper that we used in this house, just a minimal amount, it's actually also pretty bulletproof. Even though it looks like grass cloth, it's a vinyl, but it looks just like grass cloth because we wanted to be really,
For the kids.
yes,
Although
really
I can
easy.
hardly imagine how they can make that dirty in the back of
Well-
the cabinet, but you never know with the kids.
I know, you just don't, do you?
All right, that's wonderful. How about we move to the dining room?
Okay.
I'm excited to see what you picked for there.
Okay.
All right. All right. What a beautiful floors. Maraya, what are these?
This is actually tile.
Is actual tile.
This is tile that looks like beech wood, and once again, it's because of all the sand that comes in.
So basically indestructible.
That's right.
It can get flooded, it can be stained, nothing gets to it. That's wonderful. All right, so now we had 2 rugs. You both lady designed.
That's right. I designed one, and
Auriel designed the second one. All right, let's look at them first. So this is the one Auriel designed, and I had a pleasure to make it. So Auriel, what did you pick that design?
Well, I love stripes, but I wanted something that was a little softer and not so stripy, I guess.
Really subtle.
Subtle, exactly.
That looks very nice. All right, and we had a second one that Maraya had designed. All right, this is Maraya's design, and
This is a little bit more Moroccan design. I went to Morocco a year or 2 ago, and we used the modern colors of the day, which are a little bit of gray and a little bit of cream and blue. And instead of making it all exactly the same, every box here, there's some openings here to make it just a little more unusual and make it just a little more modern.
I like the outline you did actually, which is actually stops and goes. It's actually a different color. It's a very interesting concept. It looks like tiles, but it's not.
Yeah, right.
Very beautiful, very nice. And I should tell them that we use natural dyes, hand-spun wool, and that's one of your things you like. That is everything natural, no chemicals, and it's made the old-fashioned way, although they're very new, they're modern, but they are made the old-fashioned way. Beautiful.
Right.
So Maraya, which one do you like better?
I think I like Auriel's rug underneath this one because it's a little more subtle.
Subtle and
And I
quieter.
want it to look kind of lean in here. Clean and lean.
And actually matches your color of the wall very well.
Right.
All right. So, gentlemen, can we get the bottom one exposed? And next thing, maybe we can bring the dining table in, which is very intriguing. Before they bring it, maybe you can tell the viewers what it's made of.
The dining table is kind of an old beech wood look, but it also has a hammered steel top.
All right, here comes that indestructible table. And it's kind of heavy. I think it's the steel in it, huh?
It's stainless steel top, hammered stainless steel, yes.
All right, beautiful. And now the chairs. Maybe you can tell us about the chairs.
Well, we've got some wicker chairs and we've covered the cushions with a really indestructible fabric. It looks nice and
Isn't it the
soft
same
and-
family of the sectional?
Well, this one's actually an indoor-outdoor fabric. This one isn't, but it's contract grade, so it'll put up with a lot of abuse.
I like the wicker actually. Feels very, again,
It's very,
vacation
very
type,
natural and
beachy.
soft.
Yes.
Right.
Very well. And you had some accessories picked up for here.
We have. We like to put a lot of natural things with the harder surfaces to make a little more soft.
That became so beautiful, you don't want to even move it to have dinner. So, you know, it's good to look.
I like having the glass for the sparkle and then the natural with the flowers.
Looks beautiful, very nice.
Yeah.
All right, so where do we go from here?
Michael, let me tell you a little bit about the kitchen.
Yes, please.
We kept the same footprint of the kitchen because initially the clients told us that this house would be torn down and that we would build a much bigger house on the lot.
They're gonna tear this down?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh,
well,
it's beautiful.
It didn't look like this in the beginning, I'll
Okay.
tell you. But most of the houses on this shore are gigantic. And this is a small house that was built in the 60s. And so we were just making this available, especially for the young children that are still growing up. We didn't want to spend years doing it. So we kept everything in the same footprint that it is now. And we raised the ceiling because there was those ugly soffits with the fluorescent lighting in there. And then we just built the cabinet up and made it a lot more modern and a lot cleaner and whiter. And also my client had asked for a granite that was pretty bulletproof. And we didn't want to use a Caesar stone because those are so man-made looking that we wanted to use a granite that was very natural, but most granites are pretty granite looking. I don't know what to say about it. This granite is called Madre Perla, and Madre Perla is not really a granite, it's actually quartzite, so it's actually harder than granite. So once again, this is bulletproof.
Beautiful, actually. Called mother of pearl.
Yes, right, that's right, it's from Brazil.
It's beautiful.
I also want to talk to you about the tile. Once again, we picked out a glass that kind of looks like a sea glass.
All right, that's beautiful, Maraya. You did a wonderful job. So next, I think we're gonna go to the
family room. And in the family room, we tried to keep some of the 60s feel of the house because once again, I told you that this house was built in the 60s and we wanted to keep some of that feel.
Doesn't look like 60s at all.
It doesn't, but we went a little further than we should have because the house was going to be torn down at one point.
All right, don't say that again, please. Don't say that again. All right, maybe we should show the viewers what you did in the family room.
By the way, I love this rug here, Auriel. It looks beautiful.
Good job.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's a collaboration. Looks very nice. Everybody should know this is available on Maraya.com as well as my store, but let's check Maraya.com. Can we go to the next room?
Great.
All right. Today on Michael's Minute, I'm gonna talk about what makes a good sofa versus a great sofa. This one is called Malibu and this is called Malibu 2.0. What makes a difference is for the Malibu, we use industry standard wrap, which is a polyester. For the 2.0, we use a blend of angel hair, which is a synthetic down, and down itself. On top of that, we use two different fabrics for them. For the regular Malibu, we use 100% polyester fabric, which is very long lasting and has 30,000 double rub, which is very durable. For the 2.0, we use the highest quality linen in the market. I would like to invite you to come and see these in person. Come see me at Santa Barbara Design Center, Fort and Olive. Today on 411 we have Maraya and Auriel, and I've been dealing with them for a long time, and I know you build houses from scratch, and you did this house. My question is, how do you start? How do you think about building a house, and what is your progress, and what do you do?
Well, usually you do start with a napkin sketch, and in this case we did. My husband came up with, he wanted some monolith walls, and he wanted them to intersect. So he went with his sketch pad and he did a few lines on a piece of paper, which was impossible to read, but I got it and gave him a house with monolith walls that are intersecting exactly in the places that he wanted. So that's really the first step. And then of course all the county and all of the permits that you need and getting the water. It's not just design, it's all a lot of working with the county too.
All right, so if somebody wants to start to build a house from scratch, you recommend them to get a napkin and paint on it?
I think that's a great idea, coming up with all kinds of ideas first, and what you want to use the house for and who it's for is the main thing.
All right, I thank you very much. I appreciate it for being on 411, and looking forward to see you guys again. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. I hope you have enjoyed this week's episode. Please join us next week for more Design Santa Barbara, and be sure to come into Santa Barbara Design Center to see all the items featured on today's show.